Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we take you back to Friday, the 11th of November, 1977, to the Silver Bowl in Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, for tonight's encounter between the visiting Shikellamy Braves and the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes. The starting lineup for the visiting Braves of Shikellamy at left end, number 84, Vince McFadden, left tackle, 76, Jim Rodkey, left guard, 61, Brent Stroh, the center, 52, Scott Willard, right guard, 55, Dan Troxel, right tackle, 77, Scott Browse, tight end, 87, Bob Lagerman, at quarterback, either number 8, Greg Gibson, or number 12, Rick Purnell. The fullback tonight, number 41, Rick Longenberger at halfback. The fullback, 36, Ken Martin. And the other halfback, 28, Steve Rao. And underneath the starting lineup, you see the remainder of the Shikellamy Braves 1977 squad. The head coach of the Shikellamy Braves, Dick Purnell, assistant Steve Starr, Steve Treon, Phil Lockoff, Bill Dervick, Trevor Lewis, Ron Wetzel, Don Maroney, Ernie Tyler. Principal of the high school, Kenneth Cassell, athletic director, Fred Gilman. And now the starting lineup for the Red Tornadoes, the Mount Carmel area. At left end, number 82, Jake Karpinski. Left tackle, 70, Vince Giacomini. Left guard, 67, Ed Cuff. The center, 52, Herb Solomon. Right guard, 68, Jim Ambrose. Right tackle, 73, Emma Kent. Right end, 81, Greg Kent. Quarterback tonight, number 7, Paul Szymanski. Left halfback, 23, Robbie Zavarik. Right halfback, 32, Eddie Dimnick. And the fullback, number 37, Seth Mazer. And now you see the remainder of the 1977 Red Tornado squad. The head coach of the Red Tornadoes, Joseph Jazz Dimnick. Assistant coaches, Al Santos, Jim Sheehan, Joe Greco, Andy Bunas, Lenny Warner, and Gary Hawana. Superintendent, Joseph B. Warner. High school principal, Stephen P. Zarlinski. Director of Athletics, Kenneth Splitt. Team photographers, George McPhee and John Miller. Team physician, Dr. Joseph Greco. Team trainer, Tony Mazzella. And team statistician, Jose Gonzalo. Number 81, Mount Carmel area's Greg Kent, preparing to kick off. And Kent's kickoff, taken at the 10-yard line by number 8, Greg Gibson. Tackled by number 26, that's not listed, and number 22, Joe Zavarik. Shikellamy first and 10 at their own 26. Number 41, Rick Longenberger on the carry. Number 37, Mitsur on the tackle, a 2-yard pickup. Second and 8. Quarterback, number 12, Rick Purnell, has his arm hit by left end, number 81, Greg Kent. Pass falls incomplete. Third and 8. Longenberger back to pass again, a handoff though, and he's hit by number 73, Emmett Kent, for a 2-yard loss. Fourth and 10, number 36, Ken Martin's punt, taken at the 43 by Eddie Dimnick. He hands off to number 23, Robbie Zavarik, who apparently went 57 yards for a Red Tornado touchdown, but a penalty wipes out the play. First and 10 at their own 26. After the penalty, Robbie Zavarik, a 1-yard gain. Number 87, Bob Lagerman on the stop. Red Tornadoes now have a 2nd and 9 at the 27. Number 7, Paul Szymanski back to pass. And his pass sails over the heads of everyone back there. 3rd and 9 at the 27. Robbie Zavarik on a delayed draw breaks through and picks up 8 yards. But it's 4th and 1 at the 35. And Zavarik in punt formation, fields the low snap, gets the punt away. And the punt is down by Eddie Dimnick at the 27. 1st and 10, Shikellamy at their own 27. Quarterback Purnell is sacked by number 35, Glenn Meredith, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 at the 23, and Longaberger held to no gain in the middle. 3rd and 14 at the 23. Purnell back to pass. And the pass is picked off by number 21, Rich Brennan, at the 40 and returned for the 37. Number 52, Scott Willard on the stop. 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes at the Shikellamy 37. Zavarik picks up 2 yards. That brings up a 2nd and 8 at the 35. Robbie Zavarik takes the pitch from Szymanski, gets around the right end, down to the 17-yard line, an 18-yard gain. Number 84, Vince McFadden on the stop. 1st and 10 at the 17. Zavarik carry picks up 7 to the 10. 2nd and 3 at the Shikellamy 10. Zavarik cuts back and picks up 2 down to the 8. 3rd and 1 at the 8. And Zavarik dives over the pile down to the 5 for a 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5. Zavarik trips and loses 1 at the 6. 2nd and goal at the 6. Quarterback Szymanski hits Jed Karpinski with a diving great catch in the end zone. Red Tornado touchdown. The 2-point attempt. Szymanski's pass is dropped in the end zone. And the scoreboard with 3:32 left in the 1st quarter, Mount Carmel area 6, Shikellamy nothing. Greg Kent, kickoff. It's taken at the 16 by Longaberger, and he returns 15 yards out to the 31 where it's gang tackled. Shikellamy with a 1st and 10 at the 31. Longaberger held to no gain by number 66, Greg Sakavage. 2nd and 11 at the 30. Quarterback Purnell's arm is hit from behind by 81, Greg Kent. The pass falls incomplete. 3rd and 11 at the 30. Purnell again back to pass. Pass over the middle, overthrown. 4th and 11 at the 30. Ken Martin's punt, taken at the Mount Carmel area 40 by Robbie Zavarik, and he brings it back to the 47. Number 61, Brent Stroh on the stop. Then on 1st and 10 at the 47, Robbie Zavarik goes around the left side and gets 7 down to the Shikellamy 46. Number 64, Scott Karpinski on the stop. 2nd and 3 at the 46. Robbie Zavarik is run out of bounds on his own 46 by number 80, Ron Bollinger. 3rd and 11 at Mount Carmel 46. And a gadget play, a triple reverse, flea flicker, but it's broken up by number 11, Lenny Depp. Red Tornadoes now have a 4th and 11 at the 46. Robbie Zavarik in punt formation. And his punt is muffed by number 28, Steve Rao, and recovered by number 81, Greg Kent at the Shikellamy 23. 1st and 10 at the 23. And before play can go, that is the end of the 1st quarter. Scoreboard showing Mount Carmel area 6, Shikellamy nothing. Red Tornadoes with a 1st and 10 at the 23. Number 37, Seth Mazer, picks up 1 yard. Number 60, Scott Seaholtz on the stop. 2nd and 9 at the 22. Carried by Robbie Zavarik to the 19, tackled by Shikellamy's right tackle. On 3rd and 6 at the 19. Quarterback, Szymanski. His screen left to number 21, Rich Brennan, is good for 4 yards. Number 10, Jerry Wilt on the stop. 4th and 2 at the 16. Szymanski pitches to Zavarik. And Zavarik gets the first down at the 12-yard line. 1st and 10, Red Tornadoes at the 12. Zavarik carries to the 10, but there's a penalty on the play. Repeat 1st and 23 at the 25. Quarterback Szymanski's pass. A great catch by Jed Karpinski at the 1-yard line. Tough coverage, but he pulled it in. 1st and goal at the 1. Zavarik tries to go up the middle. No gain. 2nd and goal at the 1. And this time Zavarik dives over the pile into the end zone. Red Tornado touchdown. The 2-point try. And a pitch out, and Zavarik tried to hit his end in the end zone, but the ball bounced off Scott Karpinski's back. With 8 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Mount Carmel carried 12, Shikellamy nothing. Kent's kickoff, taken at the 7 by number 24, Ron James, on the stop at the 23. Shikellamy 1st and 10 at their own 23. Purnell's pass is broken up by number 39, Matro. 2nd and 10 at the 23. Fullback Martin picks up 2 to the 25. 3rd and 8 at the 25. Purnell back to pass, straight drop back, and his pass falls incomplete. Ken Martin in punt formation. Gets the punt off. It's taken at the Mount Carmel 42 by Robbie Zavarik. And Zavarik breaks to the outside down the home sidelines. He turns 24 yards, 34 yards. Willard on the stop, but there's a penalty on Red Tornadoes. 1st and 10 at their own 37. Mazer picks up 6 yards out to the 43 with number 80 Bollinger on the tackle. 2nd and 4 at the 43. Robbie Zavarik gets 7 right out to his mark at the midfield stripe. 1st and 10 at the 50. Zavarik picks up 3 with Bollinger making the tackle. 2nd and 7 at the 47. Robbie Zavarik takes the pitch and picks up 3. Bollinger again in on the stop. 3rd and 4 at the 44. Zavarik is stopped after a 1-yard gain to the 43. It brings up a 4th and 3 at the 43. And Zavarik back in punt formation. And Longenberger falls on the punt at the 8. Shikellamy 1st and 10 from their own 8. Number 28, Steve Rao, is held to no gain. Looked like Greg and Emmett Kent on the stops. 2nd and 10 at the 8. Martin, fullback on the carry, gets 9 yards with Meredith and Matro hanging on for the stop. 3rd and 1 at the 17. Purnell on a quarterback sneak gets the 1 yard and the first down. Shikellamy now with a 1st and 10 at their 18. Purnell tries a jump pass to his left end, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 at the 18. And Longenberger is snowed under. Back at the 15. Greg Kent making the tackle. 3rd and 13 at the 15. Purnell attempting a sideline pass, and it's long. 4th and 13 at the 15. And Martin's punt is tipped by Greg Kent and goes out of bounds at the Shikellamy 29. First and 10 at the Shikellamy 29. Robbie Zavarik, a halfback pass, is knocked down by number 10, Wilt. Red Tornadoes now have a second and 10 at the 29. Szymanski at quarterback, brought straight back. Ooh, and gets off a floater, which is picked off by number 80, Bollinger. And Bollinger is going down the sidelines all the way into the end zone for a Shikellamy touchdown. Extra point. Snap is bobbled. Purnell then gets up and hits number 87, Brian Ammerman, for the 2-point conversion. Scoreboard with 1:06 left in the half. Mount Carmel area 12, Shikellamy 8. Shikellamy kickoff is covered by number 21, Rich Brennan, at the Mount Carmel area 38. Second and 8 from the 40. Quarterback Szymanski is sacked by Scott Karpinski, an 8-yard loss. Third and 16 from the 32. And there's the sack by Scott Karpinski. Third and 16 from the 32. Now we have Mazer going up the middle, getting 6 yards to the 38. Fourth and 10 from the 38, Robbie Zavarik's punt. Down by number 68, Jim Ambrose at the 11. First and 10. And referees are walking away. That is the end of the first half. With the score, Mount Carmel area 12, Shikellamy 8. Start the second half, Shikellamy kickoff is taken by number 21, Rich Brennan, at the 38, and returned out to the 46, number 82, Jim Hermert, on the stop. First and 10 at their own 46, quarterback number 9, now in. Danny Rupp hands off to 23, Robert Zavarik, 6-yard gain. Number 36, Ken Martin, and Seaholtz on the stop. Robbie Zavarik now gets 8 yards to the 40. Number 10, Wilt, forces him out of bounds. First and 10 at the 40. Number 37, Seth Mazer, picks up a yard. On second and 9 at the Shikellamy 39. Mazer on the carry, picks up 2 with number 64, Scott Karpinski, on the stop. Third and 7 at the 37. Number 9, quarterback Danny Rupp's pass is completed to Eddie Dimnick. And number 82, Jed Karpinski, throws a great block as Dimnick gets into the end zone for a 37-yard TD pass. 2-point conversion pass, ball is incomplete. Scoreboard with 9:46 left in the third quarter, Mount Carmel area 18, Shikellamy 8. And Greg Kent's kickoff gets into the end zone for a touchback, brought out to the 20. First and 10 at the 20. Number 41, Longenberger, picks up 5 as Robbie Zavarik comes in to make the tackle. Second and 5 at the 25. Quarterback number 12, Purnell, on a keeper, gets around the left side and picks up 10 yards. Eddie Dimnick on the stop. Quarterback pitch to Martin. Robbie Zavarik and Brennan jar the ball loose. Shikellamy recovers at the 33 for a loss of 2. Shikellamy now with a second and 12 at the 33. Quarterback Purnell is sacked by number 70, Vince Giacomini, for a loss of 12. Third and 24 at the 21. Longenberger loses 1 as Greg Kent comes in on the tackle. Fourth and 25 at the 20. Martin's punt is muffed at the 49. Number 32, Dimmick picks it up and returns down to the 38. Number 45, Paul Daly on the stop. First and 10 at the Shikellamy 38. Handoff to number 37, Seth Mazer. He picks up 2. Number 61, Brent Stroh on the tackle. Second and 8 at the 36. Quarterback Rupp throws down the middle. The pass is incomplete. Red Tornadoes now with a 3rd and 8 at the 36. Danny Rupp drops back, throws out to the flat, and hits number 32, Ed Dimmick, out to the 31-yard line. 4th and 4 at the 31. Rupp again back to pass, and his pass is blocked by number 36, Martin. Therefore, Shikellamy takes over. 1st and 10 at their own 31. Longenberger fumbles, and the fumble is recovered by Robbie Zavarik at the 33. Red Tornadoes now with a 1st and 10 at the Shikellamy 33. Zavarik takes the handoff and picks up 5 yards, tackled by Stroh at the 28. 2nd and 5 at the 28. Zavarik on the carry gets 9 yards down to the 19. Red Tornadoes 1st and 10 at the 19. Zavarik, the ball carrier, stopped by the right end, number 80, Bollinger. 2nd and 10 at the 19. Rupp fires one towards the end zone, but it's broken up by number 84, Vince McFadden. 3rd and 10 at the 19. A draw to Zavarik, picks up 1 with number 64, Scott Karpinski on the tackle. 4th and 9 at the 18. Quarterback Rupp dropping deep, setting up the middle screen pass to Eddie Dimnick. Number 80, Bollinger, makes the stop. It's good for 11 yards, though, and a 1st down for the Red Tornadoes. 1st and goal at the 7. Rupp's pass, thrown a little wide. 2nd and goal at the 7. Rupp again, fading pass, comes back the opposite way, but it's broken up by Wilt. 3rd and goal at the 7. And this time, Rupp on an option, pitches to Zavarik, who cuts back, breaks a tackle, and gets in the end zone. A 7-yard touchdown run by Zavarik. PAT by Greg Kent is good. And the scoreboard with 2:02 left in the 3rd quarter. Mount Carmel area 25, Shikellamy 26, Shikellamy 8. Greg Kent's kickoff is taken at the 3 by number 8, Greg Gibson, and he returns to the 22, number 21 on the initial hit. 1st and 10 at the 22. Snap to quarterback, fumbled, number 35, Glenn Meredith, recovers at the 19 of Shikellamy. 1st and 10 at the 19. Quarterback, Danny Rupp, back to pass, and pass falls incomplete. Red Tornadoes now with a 2nd and 10 at the 19. Again, Rupp back to pass, and this time the pass sails into the end zone, incomplete. 3rd and 10 at the 19. And Rupp throws a flat pass out to Zavarik, and Robbie Zavarik evades a couple tacklers and picks up 5 yards. Red Tornadoes now are faced with a 4th and 5 at the Shikellamy 14. Rupp rolling to his right, and the pass falls incomplete. Shikellamy then takes over 1st and 10 at their own 14. Quarterback Purnell throws a sideline pass, a little overthrown. And as Shikellamy lines up, we missed the scoreboard, and the score is 25-8. That was Purnell throwing a pass out into the flat, incomplete. 3rd and 10 at the 14. Quarterback Purnell's pass almost intercepted. And that was Rich Brennan. 4th and 10 at the 14. Martin's kick, he is roughed on the punt, and there's a 15-yard penalty roughing the punter against the Red Tornadoes. Shikellamy retains possession, 1st and 10 at their own, where the officials mark it, the 29. New quarterback in there, number 11, Len Deppen now, but the play is blown dead. A 5-yard penalty against Shikellamy, 1st and 15 at the 24. Longaberger straight up the middle, picks up 2. Ed Cuff making the stop for the Red Tornadoes. 2nd and 13 at the 26. Deppen fading back to pass, and he is sacked by Greg Kent at the 11 for a loss of 15 yards. 3rd and 28 at the 11. And quarterback Deppen is tripped up by Ed Cuff, fumbles out of bounds on the 10. 4th and 29 at the 10. Martin back, takes a high snap, and it costs him as it's blocked by Greg Kent and recovered by number 70, Giacomini, who takes it into the end zone. Red Tornado touchdown, number 70, Vince Giacomini. Extra point attempt by Kent with Eddie Dimnick holding is good. And the scoreboard shows of 10:08 left in the 4th quarter, Mount Carmel area 32, Shikellamy 8. Greg Kent's kickoff taken by number 8, Gibson, at the 7. He returns 15 yards out to the 22. 1st and 10 at the 23. Longaberger gets 4 to the 27. 2nd and 6 at the 27. Longaberger back, and he's hit initially. Number 12, Rob Gergen on the stop. 3rd and 6 at the 27. Quarterback Deppen's pass is picked off by number 30 at the 31 by number 86, Tony Chicatano. And Tony races into the end zone for a Red Tornado touchdown. PAT attempt is wide right. Number 7, Paul Szymanski now taking over the kickoff duties. His kickoff is taken at the 12. Return to the 19, that was number 12, Robbie Gergen making the tackle. There's a penalty, and it puts the ball on the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 10. Number 5, Tony Norris gets 8. Number 55, Bob Crawford on the stop. 2nd and 2 at the 18. Norris on the carry, breaks the tackle and gets 2 yards for a 1st down. Shikellamy 1st and 10 at the 20. Number 45, Paul Daly gets 12 to the 32. Number 22, Joey Zavarik on the stop. 1st and 10 at the 32. And Daly on the carry, and he loses one as Gergen and Karpinski make the tackle. 2nd and 11 at the 31. Quarterback Deppen is sacked by number 12, Rob Gergen, for a 6-yard loss. 3rd and 17 at the 26. Quarterback Deppen back to pass. His pass is picked off by number 31, Tommy Weldon at the Mount Carmel area 42. Return to the Shikellamy 40 where number 57, Scott Willard, makes the tackle. 1st and 10 at the Shikellamy 40. Number 32, Eddie Dimnick, gets 6. Number 33, Ralph Ruck on the stop. 2nd and 4 for the Red Tornadoes at the 34. Number 27, Damie Mariano, picks up 2 yards. 3rd and 2 at the 32. The handoff to number 22, Joey Zavaric, and the speed burner goes right down the middle. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes, Joey Zavaric. The extra point attempt, Dimnick picks up the bad snap and takes it in for the 2-point conversion. And the scoreboard now shows with 3:28 left in the game, Mount Carmel area 46, Shikellamy 8. Szymanski's kickoff goes down to the 19, where number 84, Vince McFadden, takes it and returns out to the 32. Shikellamy now has a 1st and 10 at their own 32. Quarterback 11, Deppen, recovers his own fumble for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11 at the 31. Number 5, Tony Norris on a carry. Number 75, Tom Allen on the stop, no gain. 3rd and 11 at the 31. Number 45, Paul Daly, breaks through for 14 yards to the 45. Number 53, John Carbaccio on the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 45, Daly on the carry. Gergen with help from number 41, Cedar, on the stop after a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 at the 47, number 33, Ruck on the carry, a gain of 4. And the final play of the game, 3rd and 5 at the Mount Carmel area 49. Norris gets 2 to the 47, number 12, Rob Gergen, making the tackle. And that was the last play of the game. And the scoreboard shows Mount Carmel area 46, Shikellamy 8. And the final score in this 1977 encounter at Mount Carmel area Silver Bowl was the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 46, the Shikellamy Braves 8. Mount Carmel all-time win number, we thought at the time, 494, but with the 4 additional wins, that was win number 498. The following personnel have donated their time and expertise to further the great traditions of Mount Carmel area high school football.